Hello everybody, today we're going to be trying out a new cuisine, and that is Algerian food. We're going to be making olive tagine, which is this. It looks super good. And yeah, let's get right into it. Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the notifications bell to get notifications. And yeah, here we go. So, first you're going to chop up an onion, and while my mom is chopping up this onion, we will say that we have been used to like more traditional cuisines like Jordanian obviously, and Mexican food and Chinese food and Italian food, but we want to start getting a little bit more specific here. And so my mom was reading through the comments of our videos, and one of our Algerian followers recommended to us to make this dish. And so my mom was like, let's give it a shot. And it turned out to be insanely yummy. And I bet you it's going to become a staple in our house again, because it was super good and everyone loved it. So it's time we start branching out, and here we go. So yeah, chop up your onion, throw it in a pot with oil. And we're also going to chop up some parsley. And some of this is going to go towards the actual cooking part, and the leftover is going to be used as garnish for the very end, so don't use all of it. And just throw it in with your chopped onions. Then you're going to go ahead and put in your chicken thigh pieces, and you can put in however many you want. And you're going to go ahead and flip them over and move them around inside of the onion to make sure all of the sides get coated with it. And now we're going to add some salt. And be a little bit careful with this, because as we mentioned, we're adding olives. So do not add too much salt thinking that there isn't going to be saltiness, because the olives we got from the store are also pretty salty. So make sure to take that into consideration. But yeah, we're going to add pepper. We're going to add turmeric. The turmeric is just going to provide us with color. It's not really affecting the taste or the flavors. And then we're going to put boiling hot water to finally let everything cook, and we're going to do it up to the chicken pieces. Do not fill this all the way to the top of the pot, just up until you hit the top of the meat. And go ahead and move the chicken around. Make sure all the spices are well mixed, and so that everybody gets cooked evenly. And we're going to let this sit for about 30 to 40 minutes to cook. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove each of our chicken thighs. We're going to place them on a pan, and we're going to garnish them here with some oil. And we're gonna let them get nice and brown inside the oven. So these guys get double cooking. Now we're gonna chop up our final two vegetables. Is olive a vegetable? I think it is. Okay, actually, we just looked it up, and olive is a fruit. So if you didn't know that, the more you know. Um, yeah, so go ahead and cut up those carrots. You know what I was thinking about the other day? I think, like, there's a lot of things that should be common knowledge that we just decide to neglect and not think about. Like, I feel like it's kind of embarrassing that we don't know that olives are a fruit, but I definitely didn't know that because I just associate them with vegetables. So I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe we should maybe we should start giving you guys facts about common knowledge things and we can all learn together. Anyways, throw those carrots inside the same broth you had cooked your chicken in, and then we're gonna get these green pitted olives. Oh my god, that's so good. Guys, I love olives so much you don't understand. I think olives are my favorite thing in the world. I understand I didn't know much about them or like whether or not they were a fruit, but other than that, they're my favorite thing in the world. But so yeah, if it is too salty, go ahead and soak in some water to remove some salt and throw it on in there. If it was good to begin with, just throw it on in there to begin with. Once again, up to you. Everyone's taste buds are different. So yeah, so now we're going to have it cook inside of the broth. We don't want the water level to be that high. And we can add a spoonful of flour dissolved in water to increase this thickness of the broth. So now that everything is done and we have our browned chicken, place that right on top of the thickened broth, garnish with that parsley from earlier, and we're good. So we hope you guys enjoy making this dish. Happy Ramadan, and can't wait to make more Algerian food. Happy olive tagining. Bye!